Welcome and thanks for stopping by. Today I'll be making meatball subs and I'll be using some fresh veal, some 80/20 beef, a hamburger, whichever you call it, and I'll be using some fresh pork. I won't be losing all of this, probably about half of that. Not probably, but about half of that. I'm going to take my rings off. Going to add in my eggs, 2 eggs. You guys know I don't measure, so we'll have to approximate. And that's about a couple tablespoons of salt, I'm sorry. It's about a teaspoon of pepper. Gonna use some Italian seasoning, and if you know anything about this Italian seasoning, you know you have to be careful with that because that flavor is pretty pronounced. Gonna add in you can add in just regular milk, but I had some leftover carnation milk, so I'm going to add that in. Hold on. Let me open it up. That's enough of that. Some onions that I've chopped up. That's actually a shallot, but you can use a regular onion, a white onion, whatever type of onions you like. This is some parsley. Should be enough. And this is about four buds of garlic, fresh garlic chopped up. I know it's a lot going in here, but trust me, it's well worth it. And I'm going to add in a splash of chili sauce. Let me shake that up. A little extra flavor. Some panko breadcrumbs. And I'm going to do about a palm full of that. Maybe just a little bit more. About a palm and a half of that. And some Parmesan cheese. Now it should be plenty. And we're going to mix this up. Make sure you mix this well. Okay, I've mixed that well. Don't over mix it because it'll make the meat tough. Just gonna make these, and my pan here I've just greased with some butter. It's about the size. And if there's more than you need, you can always make them into meatballs and freeze them. Take them out and throw them in the oven or fry them, or whichever you prefer to do with them. And it'll take a lot of the work out if they're already ready. couple more. See, I'm using a tablespoon. And I have my oven preheating at 400 degrees. And I'm going to place them on the lower shelf. And this is a little too big. And we're going to cook them until they're toasty brown. And then we're going to take them out and put them into the sauce that I'm going to make. I'll be showing you that. And that's it. So I'm going to fill up this pan, finish rolling these meatballs up, and I will be back. Okay, let's make some sauce. I have a can of diced tomatoes. That's okay, I have my pan on. Cool right down. I'm going to add in some tomato puree. Some chili sauce for flavor. Lots of flavor this has. Can use this in a lot of different things. We add a little more. This is tomato paste. Squeeze some in there. Oops. Let's finish that off in there. Gonna add some butter. Some butter. That's about a tablespoon, a little more or a little less. Some black pepper. And some salt. You know what? I think we're going to add some onion powder and some garlic powder in here too. Of course, why not? Why not? Okay. Here's some onion powder. And some garlic powder. Ooh, that's enough of that, huh? And we're going to just let this simmer while our meatballs are cooking in the oven. On 400. On the second from the bottom rack. Going to give this a taste. Maybe a little more salt. We'll let that cook down for a minute first though. And then we'll taste it again. Okay, I took my, using my potato masher to mash them up a little bit more. I'm going to continue to let it cook. And like I always say, taste to make sure that we have it just right. Okay, these are out of the oven. They're nice and ready. And we're going to take these. I'm going to stir that again, but this is fine. We're stirring. We're going to put these into the sauce. Get down in there. We're just going to cover these. And we're going to let these simmer for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my rolls ready. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have us a meatball sub. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Okay, here I have a hoagie bun, and I'm going to slice this with a serrated knife. It's easier to cut through the bread. Okay. Let me add some more. Mm. Okay. I'm going to take some of this bread out of the middle. Kind of make a bed for the meatballs. Mm-hmm. You want them to sit into the bun. I done tore this one, y'all. Let me show you. Like so, like that. So I'm gonna take my meatballs. Just a couple will do for this one. Can you see? I'm gonna take some sauce. As much or as little as you like. I think a little more do is just fine. And our mozzarella. And I have a little oven over there on broil because I'm going to put it in the oven for about 2 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. Oh, we've been going all that time? Oh, okay. Where you are, there you go out of the oven. We're going to add some more sauce onto that mozzarella cheese. So you've been hanging out the whole time. Well, thank you. I'm going to add just a little bit of parsley on top. And there you have it, guys. A meatball sub. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I had a ball, and I hope you did too. And remember to pray, then pray some more. Pray for her, pray for him, pray for you. Pray for them, pray for us. Don't stop praying. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Tap that bell if you haven't. Share and comment. I would love to hear from you. Well, that's it and that's all. And until next time, eat well and be well. Later.